You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Briggs LaSavage. Shelling continues in parts of Ukraine despite Russia's claims that it would pull back its military. Now, U.S. intelligence warns Russia's President Vladimir Putin may feel misled by his own military commanders.
It comes as the U.S. has promised to send $500 million in aid directly to Ukraine's government. Skylar Henry reports from Capitol Hill.
A U.S. official tells CBS News there's tension between Russian President Vladimir Putin and his military leaders, and that Putin may be misinformed about the poor performance of Russia's military and the economy.
One of the Achilles heels of autocracies is that you don't have people in those systems who speak truth to power or who have the ability to speak truth to power. And I think that is something that we're seeing in Russia.
Ukrainian officials say airstrikes continue in the northern city of Chernihiv and near the capital, Kyiv, just a day after Russia claimed it would drastically reduce military operations in those two regions.
Our best assessment is less than 20% over the last 24 hours now. We've seen to start to reposition.
In a nearly hour-long phone call with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky Wednesday, President Biden discussed security assistance and pledged to provide $500 million directly to the Ukrainian government. Here on Capitol Hill, a top U.S. military commander told a House panel that Russia's war in Ukraine could lead to a change in posture for troops in Europe.
This is an opportunity as a result of this senseless act on behalf of Russia to re-examine the permanent military architecture that exists not only in Eastern Europe, but in our air policing activity in aviation and in our standing naval maritime groups.
Earlier, a group of lawmakers met with members of Ukraine's parliament.
They are courageous, they are resilient, and the United States stands with them.
The United Nations now says 4 million people have fled Ukraine since Russia's invasion began, creating a massive refugee crisis. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
This afternoon, members of the House and Senate are receiving separate classified briefings on the situation in Ukraine. Last week, we introduced you to Shane Wislick, a Saxon, Wisconsin man who, after watching the Russian invasion of Ukraine from afar, decided to join the humanitarian aid movement on the ground.
Right now, he is in Ukraine delivering supplies and helping refugees. CBS 3's Rob Cole spoke to Wislick from Lviv tonight, who says it's been an emotional journey.
Well, Kristen, Briggs, Wislick says it's been a very dramatic and emotional several days, and he's seen things he never thought he would. Last week, he flew to Poland to volunteer with a startup humanitarian organization called Pomok dla Ukrainy. He found them on Facebook after looking for ways he could help. For the past week, working with volunteers, he's been filling up vans with supplies in Poland and delivering them into Ukraine. Then Wislick and his fellow volunteers use the empty vans to bring refugees back over the border and help them find shelter in Poland. He says he shuttled all kinds of people, including young children, who he's helped feed. All in all, Wislick and his fellow volunteers say it's been an emotional experience.
When you see these people in the train station and the looks on their faces, and it's kind of overwhelming in a way. You know, and you see them walking with a pack sack. You know, that's all that they were able to take from their home.
Wislick is speaking about the train station in Lviv. He says right now there are many humanitarian organizations setting up tents around the train station to deliver help to Ukrainians in different ways. Tonight will be his last night in Ukraine. He's heading back to the States tomorrow. And he says he's already planning a trip back, possibly as early as next month. Wislick says in terms of safety, he hasn't had any interaction with Russian soldiers during his time in Ukraine, but they do hear air raid sirens frequently and see the destruction caused by Russian missiles.
All right, thanks, Rob. An incredible effort by Wislick there. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear from one of the volunteers who started the organization that he's been working with.
Well, Dave joins us now for our first check of the weather. Dave, that system brought a bit of mess, and it sounds like it's kind of hanging around.
Yeah, especially in the Hayward area of Wisconsin. A straight-up ice warning earlier this morning, but things have been easing up, and the process of easing should continue as the evening goes on. So we take a look at our current alerts, and winter weather advisory covers a good portion of the region, but for northern Minnesota, it should end about 7 o'clock. For east central Minnesota and much of northern Wisconsin, We may see the problem go away around midnight, though for the snow belt, winter weather advisory could stay in effect until 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, then ease up there as well. Latest Doppler map shows a narrow band of precip running through the head of the lakes and another one slicing through northern Wisconsin, so there is still the potential for another inch or two of this gloppy, sloppy snow as the night goes on. But as the night goes on, it'll give way to the day tomorrow. How poetic is that? And the 40% chance for more rain snow tonight will slowly evolve to a mostly sunny sky. High temp on Thursday of 35 will be about 6 degrees cooler than normal, but baby steps. By Friday could be sunny and 42 degrees, a degree warmer than normal, a bonus degree. Will it last into the weekend? I'll talk about that plan coming up in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Tonight, a look into fair policing and if that's happening in Duluth. Coming up at 5:30, the department will be presenting data from what they're calling a demographic disparity analysis. A third-party consulting firm studied the Duluth Police Department and its practices. Now they're sharing their findings during a press conference with the police tonight. This comes after the Duluth NAACP called on the DPD to take part in more racial bias training and overall more equitable policing. Again, the presentation starts at 5:30. We are streaming it live on our Facebook page and website. We will also break down the findings tonight at 10.
Twin Ports nurses are demanding answers from Essentia Health. Their request comes as Essentia gets ready to open its new surgical center in Duluth. The Minnesota Nurses Association claims Essentia won't say how they plan to staff that new facility. The nurses are worried because they say if the staff at this new surgical center isn't covered by the same union standards as nurses at other Essentia hospitals, nurses couldn't float between the facilities, something MNA reps say could cause issues when it comes to staffing and patient care.
Through our work as a union, we're able to advocate for patient care, for the care of those in our community who come to us to seek their medical care, and it allows us to uphold the world-class standards that Minnesotans expect.
The nurses say they recognize that under federal law, it is their choice to unionize or not. Above all, they're asking Essentia not to stand in their way. In a statement today, Essentia spokespeople wrote that they would respect that decision, adding that they're proud of their long-standing union relationships. But the nurses also criticized Essentia's acquisition of Moose Lake's Mercy Hospital 2 years ago. In that process, they claim the hospital still hasn't recognized MNA nurses' contracts there, impacting bonuses, sick leave hours, and more. We'll hear from Essentia on that tonight at 10.
An emotional day at the Minnesota Capitol as an Iron Range state senator watched the governor sign a very personal bill into law. The legislation Governor Walz signed puts $20 million toward grants for ALS research and $5 million into support for caregivers. State Senator David Tomassoni authored the bill months after announcing his own diagnosis. Like so many others, ALS has taken a toll on Tomassoni's nervous system, hindering his ability to walk or speak. But through a text-to-voice software at today's signing, Tomassoni said he wants this bill to give hope to those suffering from the disease. He thanked his family and co-workers for everything they've done for him.
The ultimate thank you is to my legislative colleagues. This is about making the future better. We can all be proud of that. This is truly a good day.
Tomassoni's family was at the signing to celebrate this huge accomplishment. The Chisholm native will be retiring in January after 30 years in office. ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, has no cure and very few treatment options. Most patients die within 3 to 5 years of diagnosis.
Still to come on Live at 5, the community voted and now Chisholm will receive funding toward a new splash pad. How much they won coming up in City by City.
Spring is here, and we have all your cycling needs covered. Need folding tires, shorts, parts, or helmets? We have them. Want an e-bike? We have those too. Need a shock repair? We can do it. Stop into Twin Ports Cyclery today.
I'm Carrie Harris, owner of Diabetic and Comfort Shoes. We have been in business in the Northland helping you with your everyday foot problems stemming from diabetes to plantar fasciitis for the past 17 years. Stop in and see the complete line of men's and women's shoes, from SAS to Allegria to Vionic, for those millions of people battling plantar fasciitis. And we still have a great selection of comfortable shoes for diabetics, Medicare and Minnesota healthcare approved. Remember, no foot problem is too big or too small. We'll find the way to your soul.
Blue Rock Grill features a seasonally rotating cocktail list as well as an extensive selection of sought-after spirits. Whether you're seeking a quick sandwich for lunch, a nap and a cocktail, or the perfect night out with friends, choose Blue Rock Grill, located next to the Miller Hill Mall.
Link RV is proud to provide our customers with the largest RV service facility in northern Wisconsin. With an enormous parts and accessories department and technicians with over 100 years of combined RV service experience, we'll keep you camping all season long. Link RV, where reputation is everything.
Hi, John with Prime Appliance. Finally, our back orders are arriving with minimal price increases, and we're passing those savings on to you. So take advantage of our in-stock appliances now, because it won't last long. Save on LG front-load laundry towers in electric, now only $21.91. Or this Frigidaire laundry pair, now just $13.88 in electric or $14.88 in gas. Financing always available. Set up delivery or take it home today. Prime Appliance is the best place to buy your appliances. Let us prove it to you.
A lot of people think, well, I'll wait until May and get my bike repaired, and we're saying bring it in early. We have a full repair staff. You'll get the bike back quickly, so you'll have the bike when you want to start riding.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from the deck tonight where the Arrowhead Home and Builder Show has started. CBS 3 Duluth also has a booth, so feel free to stop by and chat or just say hi. Kristen and I will be there tonight. Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region.
A proposed trail expansion in Squaw Lake and testing broadband capabilities in Ashland. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start things off in Chisholm tonight with a very exciting gift for the community. After 2 weeks of voting and almost 2 more weeks of waiting, the Chisholm Kiwanis Club was notified yesterday that they won the Legacy of Play H2O contest, meaning the community will be awarded a $50,000 splash pad package. The splash pad will be located in Memorial Park, and they hope to have construction finished by the end of 2023. The Chisholm Kiwanis said this will provide a new safe water play option for the city, and this is how they wanted to honor their 100 years of service. From all of us here at CBS 3, congratulations. Next, we head to Squaw Lake in Itasca County, where they are considering a trail expansion. The new trail would be located on the Leech Lake Reservation in Itasca County and would be a 1,000-foot expansion of the already existing multi-use trail. This new segment will allow the community and visitors a safe way to enjoy the outdoors. Before construction can begin, an environmental assessment must be completed. That will be open for public and agency review through April 28th. We wrap up in Ashland tonight, where they are asking the community to test their broadband capabilities. According to the Ashland Area Development Corporation, many homes and businesses in northwest Wisconsin have no broadband access, or their internet speeds fall below FCC standards. They're looking to apply for state and federal grants to help residents, but first, they have to be identified as an area of great need. Therefore, people are being asked to take a speed test to help establish where these lack of services are. We will have a link to the test and instructions for what to do if you have no internet access at all on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, Duluth's new ice cutter arrived in the Twin Ports today. We introduce you to the Spar in just a few minutes.
This time of year, temperatures are supposed to go up every day, but lately they've been going down. Today's high, only 34. The normal is now 42, but we could get back to normal. Well, maybe not tomorrow, but by Friday, Until then, we still have to deal with the tail end of this winter storm. We'll talk about how long it'll last coming up after our break.
Buy one, get one for $1 at McDonald's. Or as we like to call it, they can't have just one deal. Choose between a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or hash browns. Get more of what you love. Buy one, get one for $1 at McDonald's.
With Bath Planet, you get industry-leading products to modernize your bathroom with personalized options to fit your needs. Bath Planet has custom-built showers, baths, and maintenance-free wall surrounds with over 100 different colors and styles. Our certified installers can be done in as little as a day using products backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval and a matching labor warranty. Right now, you can receive 10% off your entire project and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Bath Planet, out-of-this-world service, down-to-earth price.
Black Bear Casino Resort wants you to join our team. On Monday, April 4th, you are invited to our job fair from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the Otter Creek Event Center. Applications and interviews available for on-the-spot hiring, with part-time and full-time positions available. We offer many benefits for full-time employees, from 6 paid holidays each, 3+ weeks of paid time off, reward for perfect attendance, 401k retirement plan that we match, health and dental plans, life insurance coverage, long-term and short-term disability, FMLA, and workers' compensation. We can't wait for you to join our team on April 4th at our job fair. For more information, visit blackbearcasinoresort.com.
Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app.
Buy one, get one for $1 at McDonald's. Or as we like to call it, they can't have just one deal. Choose between a sausage biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or hash browns. Get more of what you love. Buy one, get one for $1 at McDonald's.
How one local Wisconsin man is making a difference in Ukraine. We'll tell you what you need to know coming up tonight.
We started this morning on a slippery, icy note, but tomorrow it should be drier.
Stay connected to live local CBS 3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Today's chance for sticky, gloppy snow did pay off for some towns more than others, as is usual. So here's the latest snow total coming in from much of the area. And Squaw Lake on the Leech Lake Nation, one of our top getters, 6 inches, or near Boys Fort territory, 4.2 inches. Foxborough, Wisconsin, 3.1. Duluth, at least at the airport, 3 inches. Almost 3 inches in Ely, 2.5 for Two Harbors. Amnicon Falls, 2 inches in Muckwa. The Muckwa Barrens, 1.6 inch, so not so barren as far as the snow goes. And still another inch or two could fall tonight as the tail end of our twin low pressure system works through the area. So earlier this morning, of course, the roads were pretty nasty when there was an ice warning going on in the Cable Hayward area. That's eased up, and road conditions right now region-wide are reported as good, but still drive cautiously in case, say, a snow squall happens as the tail end of this system works through. That could reduce visibility and still make the roads a little bit treacherous, at least for the short term. Right now, 33 degrees at Duluth International, still a cloudy sky, but the precip here has ended. Maybe not for the next couple of hours, but it's gone for now. North wind's going 13 miles per hour, relative humidity is 78%. And there's our twin low pressure systems. Again, a Colorado low and an Alberta Clipper tied together by a trough of lower pressure that's been working through the area really, really slowly. And still you see the center of circulation really hasn't made it that much towards the east. But we should be on the backside of it in just a matter of hours for many of our towns. So taking a look at the close-up picture here, we see that earlier in the day the snow was widespread, and the rain and the mix were especially prevalent in northwestern Wisconsin and through the UP. Now the band of snow is narrower. It's hovered around the center of the lakes, but still could affect the South Shore and the UP especially until midnight tonight, even about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow for places like the UP and the Snowbelt. So we're not out from under the gun yet, but it is easing up just a little bit. So snow totals, by the time all is said and done, should fall into the regime that we saw earlier here in the weathercast, 2 to 4 inches for much of our area, with heavier accumulations for our friends in Minnesota's Arrowhead and for the Snowbelt of the South Shore. And then our low pressure system migrates away, taking its snow and its mix and its rain with it, and higher pressure settles in for Thursday and for Friday, bringing at least some sunshine and dry conditions, maybe through the weekend too, because this Alberta Clipper now looks like it's going to be well enough to the north where we won't get any action on Saturday, just a cloudier sky. Cloudy but dry. So tonight, Minnesota, we are looking at low temps to go into the teens to upper 20s. 17 to 27 for range of temps there. 40% chance for more mix. 60% chance for more mix. Wisconsin, Michigan, lows near 25. Tomorrow's highs, Wisconsin, Michigan, mid to upper 30s, becoming mostly sunny. Minnesota goes that way as well with high temps in the mid to upper 30s. That's still shy of normal, but we'll be pretty close on Friday and Saturday and Sunday too, maybe even Monday as well. Semi-sunny and dry through Monday. Then our next chance for precip is next Tuesday and Wednesday, so we can prepare ourselves mentally for that system, which I've already started to track. And as usual, we're too far out to tell if it'll be a big one or a little one. Oh, wouldn't that be just our luck, though, if this is like our third fairly big one? Every week we seem to get one.
Yeah, as long as there's a little time in between, it's not so bad. You can kind of reset mentally and shovel.
Exactly.
I hope it dwindles away.
Or I think many of us are leaning towards your way of thinking, Kristen.
Thanks, Dave.
With snow falling and ice chunks crashing into the canal walls, the first freighter of the season arrived in the Duluth Harbor today. The Arthur M. Anderson made its way under the lift bridge around noon. She headed to the dock to be loaded with iron ore. Built in 1952, the Anderson is an historic vessel on the Great Lakes. She was the last ship to have contact with the Edmund Fitzgerald before it sank in 1975.
And the Anderson wasn't the only boat to come through today. Duluth officially welcomed a critical piece in the shipping puzzle this morning. The U.S. Coast Guard held a special ceremony showing off their new icebreaker, the Spar. Last December, engineers and crew members traveled to Baltimore to renovate that nearly two-decade-old ship. After weeks of construction, the Spar began its trip to Duluth, dealing with icy and windy conditions on the way. Coast Guard officials say there's still more work to be done before the ship's ready to break ice at the start of future shipping seasons.
We do have a 6-week maintenance period here we'll do in Duluth. We'll lay up mid-May, and we'll do that work in May and June and complete some of the exterior work that requires good weather.
If things go according to plan, they hope to start breaking ice next winter. In the meantime, 2 other icebreakers will be out on the harbor. The Spar replaced the Alder, which was transferred to another port. It's that time of the show now where we get to talk about adoptable pets. And today's pet comes to us from Animal Allies here in Duluth.
Yeah, this is Anastasia. She's a 2-year-old cat looking for a home to call her own. Our friends at the shelter tell us she is a shy and independent lady, but enjoys being near her people once she warms up. A quieter home would suit this sweet girl best. If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Anastasia, I love that name, then you can call the number on your screen. It seems very fitting for her, right?
Just as beautiful as her eyes.
Yeah.
Love her. Still to come, as the war carries on in Ukraine, sources say President Biden wants to increase critical mineral mining here in the U.S. What that means for projects in Minnesota after the break.
When you need a paint to fit your lifestyle, Menards has got you covered. From protecting against this, or covering this, to refinishing this, we have a paint for you. You also need it in this color, or even this color. We can do that. Stop in and talk to one of our paint professionals to make your colors come to life. Pick up a gallon of Pittsburgh Ultra interior flat paint for only $16.97 after sale price and 11% rebate.
It's fun to be here. I'm actually really proud of working here, and I am a part of the SR Wing Bond. When you hear of Cirrus planes, you get a little puffed up with pride that I helped build that, and you can actually recognize some of them because they're custom. Be a part of that is something really special. You never know what you're going to be able to do until you try and give it a shot.
But my family has noticed that I smile for the first time in 20 years. And not only do I smile a lot now. And it's one great feeling. It made the difference between me having really awful teeth to somebody who is going around grinning like an idiot.
Never be afraid to smile again. Call Lake Dental today for your free smile analysis.
Rental cars are in high demand, but now there's another option. Rent a Toyota RAV4 or Sienna from Cary Toyota in Superior. Current models fill the rental fleet at competitive pricing. Rent for a single day or save with a weekly rental rate. Enjoy the reliability of Toyota on your next road trip. Unlimited mileage is automatically included when you rent a Cary Toyota in Superior. That's right, unlimited miles. You don't have to buy a new car to drive a new car. Call Cary Toyota in Superior to reserve your rental vehicle today. Voted best car dealer 22 times.
Hold on to your napkins, cheeseburger fans. DQ is taking taste buds for an all-out flavor ride with the new signature stack burger menu featuring 5 mouth-wowing cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. Like the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 amazing premium sauces. And the spicy flamethrower stack burger with oh hello jalapeno bacon. So tell your taste buds to buckle up and try the new DQ signature stack burger menu today. Get it delivered at DQ.com. DQ. Happy tastes good.
The Arrowhead Home and Builders Show returns March 30th through April 3rd.
Looking for fun, family-friendly entertainment?
Don't miss the high-flying, stunt-performing, frisbee-catching, fantastic canines.
Relax in Grusendorf's garden and watch world-renowned Ted Sieber create a masterful sand sculpture.
Learn garden and landscaping tips from the Renegade Gardener.
Or let Joel Karsten teach you the benefits of straw bale gardening.
The show is open now through Sunday at the Deck in Duluth.
$5 event parking. Details at arrowheadhomeshow.com.
At 7 West Tap House, we have everything from classic American lagers to small batch craft IPAs. Our rotating selection of award-winning beers is sure to have something for you. Pair a beer with one of our mouth-watering burgers and freshly cut fries or chips. Stop in today at 7 West Tap House in downtown Duluth.
In last night's Ion Mining, we gave you an inside look at the Tamarack Mine, a rare high-grade nickel deposit in Minnesota's Aiken County.
The project made headlines when it landed a deal with Tesla to supply nickel concentrate for the company's EV batteries.
And tonight we're learning President Biden is considering boosting the mining of minerals here in the U.S. for electric vehicles. An anonymous source familiar with the plan says with the country facing higher oil prices after Russia's invasion of Ukraine, President Biden may invoke the Defense Production Act this week to increase critical mineral mining in the U.S. Officials say more federal support for alternatives to fossil fuels would reduce Russian President Vladimir Putin's leverage. If Biden invokes the act, it would give mining companies access to money for production of minerals, including lithium, nickel, graphite, cobalt, and manganese. The government would not be issuing loans or directly purchasing minerals. Instead, the funding would cover feasibility studies, production at current operations, and modernizing safety standards. In our region, there are a number of projects looking to mine these critical minerals, including Polymet, Twin Metals, and Talon Metals' Tamarack Mine.
Tonight here on the CBS Evening News, from tornadoes to thunderstorms, the severe spring weather across the country with over 30 million Americans in the path of treacherous storms. We've got that and all the day's headlines tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. If you're 45 years or older, talk to your provider about screening options. The best colorectal cancer screening is the one that gets done.
Winter, where cold meets play. Adventure authentically with Frost River.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Very well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy pickup trucks. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward the eligible purchase of a new Chevy truck with accessories. Visit TrueNorthChevyDealers.com.
Mining.
Ukraine. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northlands still to this day. Join me, Kristen Vaki, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining.
Brought to you by Range Regional Airport. Watch Eye on Mining with Kristen Vaki every Tuesday at 10. Only on live, local CBS 3.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Wednesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6.
Tonight at 5, we caught up with a Saxon, Wisconsin man as he wraps up his time volunteering in Ukraine. Shane Wislick decided to go volunteer after seeing the destruction on TV. While he returns to the States this week, he says he's already planning to go back and spend more time volunteering.
And coming up tonight at 6, the manufacturing industry was hit hard during the pandemic as the field relies on in-person workers. Today, industry leaders held a State of Manufacturing event at Lake Superior College, all to address where they are now and how they plan to manage the lack of workers down the road.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next.
We'll see you back here at 6.